we celebrate not only America's national pastime, but the 250th anniversary of our nation's independence. Our third opening round game will feature the visitors, the Rapid City Post 320 Stars. And the home team on the scoreboard, Yankton Post 12. At this time, let's meet first the reserves, then the starters for each team, beginning with the visitors, Rapid City Post 320. The reserves, number 8, Beck Leidy. Number 10, Cole Jansen. Number 18, Nate Malu. Number 20, Cooper Kimball. Number 25, Elijah Ballard. Number 28, Lakin Utek. And number 29, Jaden Koffler. Now the batting order for Rapid City Post 320. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 5, Noah Wald. Batting second, right fielder, number 11, Aiden Bird. Batting third baseman, number 3, Tegan Sales. The cleanup batter, first baseman, number 22, Max Speed. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 2, Colton Melhoff. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 15, Ben Hassett. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 13, Anderson Lockhart. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 4, Colby Witt. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 14, Adam Jansen. The starting pitcher, number 23, Burke Eschmeyer. Assistant coaches, J.T. Kostenbauer, Mark Mendel, and Dawson Pentecoff. And the head coach of the Stars is Mike Jansen. Now let's meet the home team, Yankton Post 12. Reserves, number 1, Carter Boomsma. Number 6, Isaac Sirk. Number 7, Christian Weir. Number 8, Will Sager. Number 9, Boston Frick. Number 15, Caden Hunhoff. Number 16, Chase Cooley. Number 20, Ryan Turner. And number 23, Cash Llewellyn. The batting order for Yankton, leading off and playing shortstop, number 2, Beck Reichen. Batting second, the pitcher, number 11, Samuel Goki. Batting third, the right fielder, number 5, Easton Feeser. The cleanup batter, second baseman, number 10, Simon Campshaw. Batting fifth, catcher, number 22, Gavin Johnson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 12, Liam Villanueva. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 25, Tate Bestie. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 3, Brennan Gilmore. And batting ninth, the third baseman, number 4, Jackson Cunera. Bat boys, Mason Lawrence and Bodie Lawrence. Assistant coaches Joe Goki, Peyton Mueller, and Trey Creer. And the head coach of Yankton is Drew Lawrence. Our 3 umpires: behind the plate, Don Johnson; at first base, Greg Warren; and at third base is Chris Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats for the reading of the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship, to be followed by the singing of our national anthem. First to recite the code, the chairman of the South Dakota State American Legion Athletic Commission, Mr. Lyle Tolsma.
Congratulations, gentlemen. It's a great honor to get to this point. All we ask that you finish this with sportsmanship and play hard. Play for each other. Repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, clean mind, and a healthy body. Good luck, gentlemen.
Please remain standing and honor the flag beyond the center field fence as we have the performance of our national anthem by Ania Napier.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are ready to go for our third game today. John Wickler alongside Wyatt Simmons. A fantastic rendition of the national anthem done that time, and all 3 national anthems have been great. But we're ready to go. Rapid City Post 320, the visitors on the scoreboard. Yankton, the home team, the 3-6 matchup. The winner will take on Sioux Falls West tomorrow. As you look at the brackets on YouTube at Hardhats TV, as it is the winner taking on Sioux Falls West, who won 8-0 over Harrisburg. The loser will take on Harrisburg. Elimination game tomorrow at 10 a.m. So they're having a quick turnaround to play the first game tomorrow. Otherwise, you're playing in the same spot at 4 o'clock in that first winner's bracket semifinal game. And then also we saw Brookings with a 3-0 shutout win over Brandon Valley with a complete game shutout from Nolan Krogman through a one-hit complete game shutout. So as we look at our starting lineups, we'll go put both the starting lineups up. You heard them just a moment ago, but it is for Rapid City Post 320, the visitors on the scoreboard. Noah Wald, the shortstop, leading off. Aiden Byrne, the right fielder, batting second. Tegan Sales will bat third. He's the third baseman. Max Speed, the first baseman, batting fourth. Colton Melhoff, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Ben Hassett, the center fielder, will bat sixth. Anders Lockhart, the DH, batting seventh. Colby Witz, the catcher, batting eighth. And it is Adam Jansen, the number 9 man, the second baseman. Beck Rykins, the shortstop, leading off for Yankton. Sam Goki, the pitcher, batting second. Easton Fieser, the right fielder, batting third. Simon Kamshoff, the second baseman, will bat fourth. Gavin Johnson, the catcher, batting fifth. Liam Villanueva, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Tate Bestie batting 7th. He's the center fielder. Brendan Gilmore, the left fielder, batting 8th. And Jackson Kudera, the third baseman, will bat 9th for Yankton post 12. We are ready to go. And it is going to be a fun third game. One of the best pitchers in the States. And he has been the best player in the States in high school baseball the last 2 years. Sam Goki is on the mound against arguably the best hitting lineup in the state tournament in Rapid City Post 320. 339 average as a team. They've hit 24 home runs, and first pitch swing into a ground ball, sliding stop, and no play over at short. And it will be Beck Reichen that got the field to it, but an infield single for Noah Wald on the first pitch of the ball game at 4:56. Make that 3:56. 4:56 Central Time. And it is a runner on at first with nobody out here in the top of the first inning.
Number 11, right fielder, Aiden Bird.
And Beck Reichen, not sure if he's checking his glove, but it is a runner on at first. Now Aiden Bird, the right fielder. Yeah, this is a team that's hit 24 home runs, 26 triples, 97 doubles, 465 hits as they went 34, 13, and 3 on the season, 12 and 7 in South Dakota play. And Aiden Bird, who bats second, he is hit 454 and has 4 home runs. There's a strike to Bird. Why this is, I don't know if you're going to get a better pitcher versus lineup, opportunity to, competition, because both of these teams feel like nobody can touch Sam Goki and nobody can stop post 320's hitting. This is going to be a really good matchup to see who can come out on top. Count is 1-1 here to Aiden Bird, the right fielder. Bird, Sales, and Speed, 2, 3, and 4. All three of them could easily be the number 3 hitter. All three of them could be the number 4 hitter. 1-1. I want to be fouled out of play, and the count's now 1-2. As you look at the stats for Sam Goki throughout this summer season, he's thrown 42 innings. He is making his 7th start, 9th appearance, a 3-2 record, 25 hits, 11 runs. Only 4 of those 11 have been earned in 42 innings. Only 7 walks and 35 strikeouts. So the ERA at minuscule is 0.67 and a whip at 0.76. And a batting average against that 168. Again, does not allow a lot of base runners. That'll be grounded over to the third base dugout, and getting out of the way and trying to stay out of the way are some of the Yankton Post 12 guys.
We've seen a lot of really good pitchers here already in day one. We saw 10 strikeouts from Nolan Krogman in the last game against Brookings. So Goki, he's going to have a great game here today against 320, and they have hot bats, so we're just going to have to see who's going to come out on top.
That pitch is a ground ball. That is going to get through for a base hit on the right side, just past the first baseman in Villanueva, and it's first and second. When we talk about a batting average against, it's under 170, and they've 2 for 2 to open things up. In a game of inches, it could have easily been 2 groundouts, but instead it's first and second to now Tegan Sales, the third baseman. Sales is coming in 405 average for him. He's got 14 doubles, 4 triples, and 4 home runs, 54 runs driven in for Tegan Sales. They have scored 428 runs in 50 games played. That one's fouled away for strike 1. And on the flip side, for the runs that they've given up, 274 runs of the pitching staff. So, they're still pretty much doubling how many runs they're scoring offensively to how many runs they're giving up as a pitching staff. Why they sit 21 games over 500. That 0-1 pitch is just outside. The count's now 1-1. Tegan Sales, then max speed. And arguably this lineup is going to be tougher than any other lineup that's going to come through this state tournament. This will be popped foul. That'll get out of play on the right side. And the count's now 1-2. We saw an 8-0 win for Sioux Falls West and a 3-0 win for Brookings. You got to think that those two scores, if Post 320 is down by those two scores, as this one is lined out to center field, backing up as a center fielder and Bessie to make the catch. He'll keep the runner at second with a quick throw in, and there's one down. But if they're down 8-0 or 3-0, that's going to be like they're down 1-0. I mean, they're going to feel like they're only down by one run because that's how good of a offense they are.
Yes.
Max Speed to the plates. He is at 13 home runs, 62 runs driven in. He's going to go to Chadron State, play football. This will be popped up on the right side, long run down the line. It will be caught by the right fielder. The throw will go all the way to third, and it is wide, and it will stay in play with the good job by the third baseman and Kudera to come off the base to go get it. Fieser makes the catch for the second out, and after two straight singles to open up the top of the first, it's now first and third with two away. And Coach Lawrence will come out and he'll tell the infield what they want to do. Usually see the catcher do something like that, but Coach Lawrence calls it from the dugout. Colton Melhoff, the left fielder, runners at first and third and two away. First pitch swinging, high fly ball to left center field. That will get down for extra bases, and it will one hop to the wall. It'll be two runs that will come in to score. On his way to third is Melhoff. The throw coming to third. It skips away, but does not go out of play. And it ends up with a 2 RBI triple for Colton Melhoff. And Post 320 strikes first in the top of the first. And you can hear the crowd support for Post 320 just right across the parking lot. Umpires are going to talk about something out here.
That one almost hit her camera out in center field.
It really did. That's really close. It was really close to getting out there. But umpires will talk. I'm not sure what they might be discussing. They will score the run. There is no argument from the Yankton dugout. So the run comes in to score, and it's 3-0. That clears the bases. And Post 320 leads it 3-0 here in the top of the first inning. And now Ben Hassett to the plate. That first pitch is high and outside for ball one. So a 2 RBI triple. And then the throwing error will be committed by the shortstop in Riken. And the count's now 1-1. Lefty Ben Hassett, the center fielder. That'll be upstairs, and the count's 2-1. 3 hits in the inning for Post 320. Counts 2-2. That doesn't happen very often for Sam Goki to give up 3 runs in 1 inning, let alone 3 runs in 1 game. The 2-2. That's high and outside. And it's now a full count at 3-2. Full count pitch. That was lined out to right field. Backing up is the right fielder, and Fieser will make the catch. And that will take care of the inning. But 3 runs will score on 3 hits, 1 error, and no one left on base. After a half an inning, a 3-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton as we head to the bottom of the first here in our 3rd game of the state tournament here on Hardhats TV. It is the bottom of the first in a 3-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. As it is going to be, as you saw that lineup, Beck Reichen, Sam Goki, and Easton Fieser to get us started here in this first inning. With Burke Eschmeyer on the mound for Rapid City Post 320. Eschmeyer's thrown 69 2/3 innings, the most on the team. This will be his 14th start. Ben Hassan only has more appearances, but he's been 17 relief appearances. A 9-1 record for Eschmeyer. 68 hits, 43 runs, 24 of them earned, an ERA at 2.41, a whip at 1.54. Batting average against at 240. So he mentioned how good Sam Goki is. Well, Burke Eschmeyer is seemingly just as good, but a base hit to open things up for Beck Reichen. And so the leadoff man is on. It's for Sam Goki now that can help himself out. His Yankton team hit 275 throughout the season. Beck Reichen hit 235, but he opens up with a base hit. Sam Goki, the Class A Baseball Player of the Year for the second straight year during the high school season. He has hit 368 with 9 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs with 33 runs driven in, which is best on the team. He's got time for the most home runs with Easton Fieser. He's got the most doubles. He's got the most singles. So, of course, makes sense of being the most hits on the season. Sam Goki, pickoff attempt and diving back in safely over at first is Beck Reichen. Don Johnson is calling balls and strikes. Greg Warren at first. Chris Jackson over at third. That pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Another pickoff attempt and back in safely over at first. Here's the 1-0. This is popped foul. That'll get out of play. And the count's now 1-1. One pitch is fouled away, and the count's now 1-2.
Hey, Burke, here we go, winning here, kid.
1-2 pitch coming here to Sam Goki. That's upstairs. And a 2-2 count. Leadoff man on. Here in this bottom of the first, 3-0 lead for Post 320. There's a swing and a miss. The throw back to first. And safely over at first is Beck Reichen, but a strikeout for Eschmeyer for the first down here in the bottom of the first. It brings up Easton Fieser. He's also got 2 home runs. He's driven in 24 runs so far for Fieser. 322 average, 8 doubles and 4 triples. And pitch will miss low for ball 1. Yankton and Rapid City Post 320 played back on June 25th, just 1 game. It was a 7-1 win for Yankton over Post 320, so that tells you, too, that they've already scored more runs in this game than they did in that first game. This one will be flown down the left field line. That will hit the top of the fence, and it ends up being a foul ball. And so it makes it a 1-1 count. This is our 3rd game today. We've got 1 more coming up. Post 22 will take on Watertown. And the 4 winners will play tomorrow evening. The 4 losers will be an elimination game tomorrow morning and afternoon at 10 and 1 o'clock. Then 4 and 7 for the 2 winning teams, or the 4 winning teams. And we'll get down to 6 teams left going into Thursday. Pare it down to 4 teams on Friday, and potentially 2 teams on Saturday. There's one's taken for a strike and an easy stolen base for Reichen.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
1-2 count.
Hey, give me the
Runner is
foul,
on
Burke.
at second. One down here in the bottom of the first. Pull that defense alignment up here for post 320 in just a moment. 1-2. This is golfed out towards right field. Moving over to his right is Bird. He'll make the catch. Runner will tag at second. The throw will come in. Over to third it goes Reichen. And there is 2 down. And that defensive alignment for you. It is Melhoff in left, Hassan in center. Bird just made that catch in right. Sales at third. And they almost had everybody not paying attention, including myself. The runner at third, and Reichen was starting to make his way home. But Jansen at second, Speed at first, and Witt behind the plate. Burke Eschmeyer trying to get through the bottom of the first inning unscathed. It is Simon Kampshoff on the mound. That first pitch right there for strike one. Kampshoff, he comes in. He is sitting 310, 268 with runners in scoring position. 5 2-out RBIs, looking for his 6th 2-out RBI. The count's 1-1. He does have, in total, 11 runs driven in. A lot of baseball left, but a 3-0 lead for post 320 here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 is upstairs. 2-1 count to Simon Kampshoff. 2-1 is fouled away. Count now at 2-2, and again, watching on YouTube at Hardhats TV, you can see more fans in that picture frame. There's going to be even more coming up for that final game tonight, as it counts now 3-2. Beck Reichen was well up the third base line, and Colby Witt was running him back to third. 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Eschmeyer gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the seconds, a 3-0 lead for post 320 over Yankton. Here in our third game of the state tournament here at the Fitz on Hardhats TV. It is the top of the second, 3-0 lead for post 320 over Yankton. John Wickler alongside Wyatt Simmons, as it is our third game today. We've got one more game later on, post 22 in Watertown. That will wrap up day one. This will be Anders Lockhart, the DH, the first pitch over for strike one. 3 runs on 3 hits in that top of the first. They added that third run with the air. Here's the 0-1. This is popped out to right. Coming in is going to be the right fielder and Fieser to make the catch for the first out. And 1 down here to open up the top of the second, and it brings up Colby Witt, the catcher. Yankton beat Aberdeen in both games to get here. Rapid City post 320. They beat Mitchell in both games, but they came back in that second game, rallied to win to advance to the state tournament. This will be flown out to right field again. Fieser backs up another time. He'll make the second out. And brings up Adam Jansen, the last man of the batting order, 2 away here in the top of the second.
Hey, Adam, let's go, buddy.
Usually what you get you have to some kind of travel in your playoff. When you make the playoffs, make the state tournament, you have to travel. Rapid City Post 320 didn't have to do that other than in the parking lot. They had to go from their stadium over to the 22 stadium. That's the extent of their travel.
Well, we were talking about this too, telling you that 320 kind of has a little bit of a home field advantage. I mean, they're playing in Rapid City, not at the same field, but they've played here numerous times already, you know, with camps and all that other thing. So they're familiar here with this field and in the, you know, weather, turf, everything that's going on here.
Yeah, and you get the home crowd support, even though you're technically the road team and not the host team. Yeah, it's a big advantage for 320. That's, you know, outside of 320 hosting and Post 22 can take advantage of it. Sioux Falls West and East are the only other teams that would be able to take advantage of something like that.
Right.
With a state tournament. That one's a check swing. They will check. He did not go. And so now the count goes to 2-2. It was very close for Adam Jansen. That almost swung for strike 3. That one is fouled back again. And we'll do it another time at 2-2. Noah Wald is the leadoff man. He is on deck. 2-2 is a ground ball to the shortstop, Riken, as he fields his throw to first. That is going to be in time, and that will take care of the top of the second. A 1-2-3 inning for Sam Goki. We head to the bottom of the second. 3-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. It is at bottom of the second and a 3-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. Gavin Johnson, Liam Villanueva, and Tate Bestie, 5, 6, and 7 in this second inning. As Yankton, with that one hit, the leadoff hitter for Beck Riken got a base hit in the first and then was stranded over at third. Let's try and climb back into this ball game. Still a lot of baseball left, though. Only just the bottom of the second. First pitch will bounce in for ball 1 from Burke Eschmeyer, about a 55-foot pitch. Eschmeyer 2 strikeouts in that first inning. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 1-1. 204 average for Johnson, 8 doubles, or make that 3 doubles, and 6 runs driven in for the catcher. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Eschmeyer looking for his third strikeout, and Johnson will fly that out to left field. Backing up is the left fielder, and Milhoff makes the catch for the first out. Here in the bottom of the second to bring up Liam Villanueva, the first baseman. Villanueva's hit .257 during the year. It does have a home run, 12 runs driven in, 2 doubles. 52 extra base hits on the season in total for Yankton, 192 singles. And not a team that gets a lot of extra base hits, but they can certainly do damage, and this one is flown out to right this time. Aiden Bird backs up. He'll make the catch for the second out. And now 2 down. And it's Tate Bestie, the center fielder.
Hey, one more, boys. Here we go.
17 pitches in the first inning for Burke Eschmeyer. 27 overall for Sam Goki through 2 innings. And Eschmeyer trying to pretty much match Goki in this pitch count. He's got 2 quick outs. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Tate Bestie. Bestie hit .329. He's got 3 doubles, 17 runs driven in. Here's a fly ball to left field. Backing up is Melhoff, but he'll get underneath it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here at the bottom of the second for Burke Eschmeyer. We head to the third, still 3-0 for Post 320 over Yankton here at the Fitz and Hardhats TV. Bottom of the second, to make that the top of the third now. Already staying behind this game because the game's moving in a good pace to the top of the third for the top of the order. And Noah Wald, Aiden Bird, and Tegan Sales. John Wickler alongside Wyatt Simmons here at Hardhats TV in the state tournament here at the Fitz. This will be a fun tournament over the next 4 days after today gets done. Get another 4 games tomorrow, then 3 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, and right now 1 guaranteed game on Saturday. Could be 2, and we could have the 2 guaranteed games before as we get into Saturday, as the first pitch is over for strike 1. If everybody has a loss from Friday, at least 1 loss through Friday, we'll have the 2 guaranteed games before we even play. Here's a ground ball through the right side for a base hit, and it is a leadoff single for Noah Wald. Infield single his first time. He's got a base hit through the infield this time. And now it's Aiden Bird. This is a up and down the lineup, Wyatt. This is a dangerous team, but this is a very dangerous top of the order.
Yes, and they swing a lot of the time, and when they swing, they go deep. And especially here with the runner on first, they're going to go out deep here, and they're just going to keep on doing that. And they don't walk a lot very often, so they like to swing.
1-0 count here to Aiden Bird, who also singled. A 2 RBI triple from Colton Melhoff, and then ended up scoring on the throwing error that went out of play, or said it was out of play. It might have been, I think it was touched by someone that was not part of the field. Someone from the dugout kept it from going out of play, and a little bit of maybe gamesmanship to try and just keep it from going out to see if they can keep that runner over at third. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one will miss. We'll talk about they don't like to walk very often, but Aiden Bird's got a 3-0 count now.
Right.
When you look at this team and what they've done offensively, as that one will be over for a strike. They have walked 248 times and struck out 233 times in a total of 1,700 plate appearances. That's not a lot of walks over 1,700 plate appearances. But that will be a walk to Bird. And it's now first and second with nobody out. And 3 and 4 here. Tegan Sales and Max Speed. 2 dangerous hitters to try and get out, but Goki was able to get them to fly out in the first inning. But again, we mentioned it in the first couple games. When you start to play with fire a little bit, you start to put yourself in a bad spot. Sales is actually bunting, and he'll bunt it down the third base line. It will roll its way foul.
Smart play by Goki there to let that one roll out. It just landed and then started hooking and rolling to the left side.
Yeah, that where it landed at it, you wouldn't think it would go foul. So for Goki to then wait for that thing to roll foul was a smart decision. We actually are going to have some activity out in the left field bullpen for Yankton as they're going to have Boston Frick warm up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Instead, a fake pickoff to second. And we saw that in the Brandon Valley game, although it was the third pitcher in and they threw Felderman out there. He only threw 27 pitches, so he can come back and pitch again tomorrow. Obviously, right now, Goki's not going to be able to come back and pitch tomorrow, but it might be a Coach Lawrence decision of, hey, if we can get through if we can get him through 3 innings, he doesn't have his best stuff right now. We know how good he can be. If we can get maybe to him on Thursday again, he's got to win 1 game and we can use him another time. Another decision that a coach has to make. Here's a line shot, diving. The catch is not made. The throw will go to first, and they will be a double play. They said the catch was not made, and then Tegan Sales ends up running over the guy back on first and Aiden Bird. It turns into a 6-4-3 double play, and Sales is hurt. And so, again, we watch that end of that replay. You see him get hit. Well, we'll go back here to the first replay to see that catch was not made. It might actually end too soon. Yeah, you can kind of see the dive was there, but it just was not caught. Now the umpire's going to get together. I think if it's not a double play, Coach Lawrence for Yankton, he might lose it. I'm not sure what and the other side of it, that nobody tagged up from second to third. So if they call it out, I don't know what you can do to make it different. I'm going to say he's safe over at first.
Wow.
And how they changed that call, I'm not sure. And Coach Lawrence is not going to be happy about it.
Wondering if they're called interference there on first, just to keep that one out there on second.
So, but then the other, it would have been an interference on his own guy too. And I don't know if maybe Greg Warren was thinking that the guy wasn't back on first, and so he thought it was a double play on a throw back to first to get Bird out. But Coach Lawrence, again, he's having a long conversation about how that runner would be safe at first base. And so it's first and third with only 1 out now instead of being 2 outs. And it turns into a fielder's choice. So 6-4, Bird is out, and Sales is safe at first. And now time is called again, and are we going to see a pitching change?
They got a very deadly hitter coming up here for 320 in max speed. You mentioned earlier 13 home runs this season. They have runners on the corners with only 1 out, so they have a chance to bring another run in to score.
And I think, too, like you mentioned, that probably is exactly what it is. They're going to keep Goki out there. Is talk about how you want to handle max speed at the plate, because it's not an easy guy to try and get out. Goki has thrown 38 pitches now. 2 1/3 innings so far, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned with 1 walk. And now max speed with runners at first and third and 1 away. Speed, who flew out to right, the only pitch that he saw, the throw back to first, and Tegan Sales, who was slow to get up earlier. They're trying to see how good his legs are now. And the quick pickoff attempt. First pitch will come inside for ball 1. Speed 0 for 1. Fly out to right. Always a threat to go deep anytime he comes to the plate. That one will catch the top of the zone. The count's now 1-1.
Hey, pick yours out, Max. Pick yours out. Let's go.
Walls at third. And the pickoff attempt, and back in safely over at first is Sales. That one's fouled away, and the count's now 1-2.
Hey, line driving again, Max. Let's go.
Goki looking for his first strikeout. Instead, it's a line shot to left, sliding to make the catch for the second out. The runner will tag, the throw will come to the plate, and it will be wide. And they're going to throw the ball over to third. And he did not tag up, or he did not leave early, says the home plate umpire and Don Johnson. And it will be and now they're trying to see maybe that he didn't touch home either. It's now a 4-0 lead for Rapid City Post 320. And it is a fielder or a sacrifice fly. And an RBI for Max Speed for the second out.
There you go.
Colton Melhoff, who had the 2 RBI triple and came around to score. Step to the plate again. First pitch, changeup, bottom fell out of it and swung and missed for strike 1 to Melhoff. That's pitch number 43 for Goki. Swing and a miss again, another changeup. Off speed, makes it 0-2.
Hey, we're good too. Put in play.
Now do you throw a fastball high in the zone, above the zone? 0-2, that one's off the end of the bat, cued over there. Goki fumbles it for a moment, but he'll make the play to get out of the inning. Run does score on 1 hit in the inning, no errors and a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the second, make that the bottom of the third. It is a 4-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton here on Hardhats TV. As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the third, and it will be 8-9-1 for Yankton. Brennan Gilmore, Jackson Kudera, and Beck Reichen. Just 1 hit so far, 6 straight retired for Burke Eschmeyer after the leadoff hit by Beck Reichen in the bottom of the first inning. Gilmore will lead things off here in the bottom of the third. Yankton now down 4-0. Gilmore, he is hitting .326. And it's a 1-1 count to him.
Good pitch, good pitch.
The winner of this game will take on Sioux Falls West with our first matchup set for tomorrow. Ground ball, that's right back to Eschmeyer, who will field, and he will retire Gilmore for the first out here in the bottom of the third. And it's now Jackson Kudera to the plate. Kudera is hitting .175, 2 doubles, 20 runs driven in, and a .205 batting average with runners in scoring position for Kudera. That one's fouled back for strike one. Loser of this game will play the 1 o'clock game, the 10 o'clock game tomorrow morning against Harrisburg. In the elimination game, their first elimination game of the state tournament. That is fouled back. That counts 0-2. Wyatt, you've been a part of a lot of state hockey tournaments, and you see a bracket be completely empty other than the first round games. And how quickly, when you're like, okay, it's going to take a while to kind of see how the bracket shapes out and everything else. All of a sudden, it's just boom. We already got almost all these games set for tomorrow.
I know.
How did that feel as that one is taken for strike 3 for the second out? Because a lot of times you guys were playing the last game of the day, being the Rushmore Thunder, and being able to having to wait. Was it hard to wait that long, or was it kind of nice to maybe wait that long to play the final game?
It was about 50-50. You kind of just want to get out there and get that first game over with because you got a lot of jitters, and you just kind of want to get it be done. You just want to skip forward to that state championship game, but at the same time too, it gives you a lot of time to prep and watch other games, see how the matchups go out. So
it is back-to-back Riken. 1-for-1 that leadoff single in the first. Counts 1-1, 2 outs and nobody on. I'm sure that's kind of how Post 22's feeling right now too. That they probably wanted to play that first game, but they're probably also happy to be playing in the late game.
And I bet Harrisburg and Sioux Falls West, I bet they're happy that they play the first game. They get it out of the way early on and then just reset going tomorrow and play your second game.
Yeah, obviously Harrisburg loved being that 4 o'clock game, but for Sioux Falls West, they really like to sit and watch everything else play out. Another ground ball back to the mound. Another 1-2-3 inning, 9 straight retired for Burke Eschmeyer. We head to the fourth. It is a 3-0, make that a 4-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. So as we go to the top of the fourth, Boston Frick is now on the mound for Yankton. And it was at the right time to get Sam Goki out if Coach Lawrence is willing to use him on Thursday. They have to win tomorrow or finish or come back and win this game. You have to win one of the 2 games to play on Thursday as the first pitch is outside for ball 1. He threw 45 pitches, which means that he threw as many as he possibly could to have 1 day rest At 46 pitches, you're required 2 days rest, so he wouldn't be back until Friday at the very earliest. But Goki can come back and pitch again later on in this tournament if Yankton wins this game, or if they don't, they win tomorrow at 10 a.m. against Harrisburg. As it counts 1-1 here to Boston Frick. So the first reliever used in this game. This is popped up. It will slice its way out of play. And bounces off the light tower, and the count is now at 1-2. Boston Frick 32 and a third innings pitch, which is going to be second on the team. He had 11 relief appearances. This is his 13th appearance overall, 3-0 record, 2 saves. On a ground ball to the first base, that is off the bag and a base hit. It will go down the line and it will be a double. And Ben Hassett opens up with a leadoff double off the first base bag. And there is a runner on here to open things up. No chance for the first baseman Villanueva to make a play after it skipped away off the bag. An early danger here for post 320, or for Yankton against post 320, as Anders Lockhart to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the fly out to right.
Got a duck out there. Let's go. Drive him in.
Here's the first pitch. Instead, a fake pickoff. Boston Frick never took his eyes off a home plate. Showing bunt, pulling it back and taking it low for ball 1 is Anders Lockhart.
We pull off 13.
Leadoff double for Ben Hassett. 5th hit of the ball game now for 320. Here's a bunt attempt perfectly down the third base line, and it is going to be first and third. Right down that third base line, and no chance for Frick. Goki was staying home at third. And it's an infield single to make it runners of the corners with nobody out here in the 4th. And Colby Witt, the catcher, the plate.
Here we go, Colby. Line drive somewhere.
One of the first successful bunts we've seen today, Wyatt.
Yeah, and there was some miscommunication between the pitcher and Frick and Goki there, the pitcher and third. I think one of them thought one was going to pick up and the other didn't.
There's a throw to second. They've got the man thrown out, and Anders Lockhart trying to steal second. And so while you had the successful bunt to put you on at first, he gets thrown out trying to steal second. As it was also called a strike, so now there's one down with a runner on at third. And this one will be out to center field, backing up his bestie. He'll make the catch. The throw will have to come to the plate. It's not going to be in time. It's a sacrifice fly. And it's a 5-0 lead for post 320. Here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Good piece of hitting for Colby Witt to fly it out there. And it now brings up Adam Jansen. 0 for 1, ground out to the shortstop, Reichen, in his first at-bat. First pitch is over for strike 1. 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors for post 320, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error for Yankton. Here in the top of the 4th, there's a shot over to first. It is going to be caught on the fly by the first baseman in Villanueva, right at the shoe tops. Run does score on 2 hits in the inning. There are no errors and no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th, a 5-0 lead now for Rapid City Post, 320 over Yankton. Bottom of the fourth, it is a 4-0 advantage for Rapid City Post 320 over Yankton. And it is 2, 3, and 4. Sam Goki, Easton Fieser, and Simon Kamshoff. He might reach his base. It'll go to Gavin Johnson. Boston Frick is into the game. I don't know if we said the whole total for Sam Goki. 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. 1 walk, no strikeouts for Goki on 45 pitches. Burke Eschmeyer's thrown 36 through 3 innings. As that first pitch is over for strike 1 to Goki. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. That one a check swing. They will see if he went. He did not, and the count's now 1-1. Wind kind of blowing in from that left center field over towards the third base dugout. Not a huge wind coming in as that one's over for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. We haven't seen a whole lot of extra base hits hit so far. We've gotten 2, though, in this game with a triple and a double. Here's the 1-2. That one's a ground ball to the second baseman. Sliding over is the second baseman, Jansen. He'll make the play for the first out. And 1 down. I'll give you the look of that sliding play by the second baseman, Jansen. As it brings up Easton Fieser to the plate. First pitch is over for strike 1. Here to Fieser. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. Don't believe we gave you the full changes either. Goki went to third, and Wyatt mentioned it too with that play that on that bunt attempt, but Kudera went to left. Gilmore came out of the game. This is fouled off of Fieser, and the count's now 1-2. So Boston Frick is actually hitting 8th in the lineup, which is due up 7th in this inning. That one stung Fieser a little bit. Post 320 last year in the state tournament. It's a big rivalry win for 320.
Yeah.
When you traveled all the way out to Watertown to play 22 in the first round and pick up a win against 22. They feel like everything's been building the last couple of years, and they had a good state tournament last year, but they feel like they can have a better state tournament even this year now.
Oh yeah. And especially with them this year, too, they played 2 games against Post 22, winning the first game here on this turf against Post 22, and the second game losing in extra innings. But they're a good team. They play long, and they'll fight all the way until the end until they get that win.
Here's a 2-2 now to Fieser. That one's line foul. They'll do it again at 2-2.
Thank you, Coach Burke.
All 8 teams come in and feel like they have what it takes to win the state championship. And there's differences of one team having a chance to win it to another team on the dynamic of how their teams are lined out. Whether you have the depth, pitching-wise, whether you have just the lineup to do it or the defense to maybe do it. As that one's taken for strike 3 on the outside corner for the second out. And it brings up Simon Kamshoff, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And this 320 team, offensively, for sure, have all the pieces to go win a state championship.
Yes.
And I think one of the things is, and not that their pitching is bad, they've gotten better over the course of this year and the last couple years to have good pitching to go with their great offense. Here's a ground ball to the third baseman. The throw is wide. And then Tegan Sales, and then having to scoot back over to first is Kamshoff because he took off for second, but it bounced right back into fair territory. Thankfully, it was not picked up by any of the 320 players, so otherwise he'd have been tagged out. And just talk about good defense overall for 320, all the good things, and they commit their first error of the ball game. So runner on at first with 2 away. Brings up Gavin Johnson, the catcher. So now both teams with an error. It's still a 5-0 advantage here for Post 320. This is popped up on the left side. Look by Sales. It will land out of play. this Yankton team, how they feel like they can win a state championship, they've got, I think, the pitching depth to be able to match up with anybody. Post 22 always a very tough out because if it's not their pitching, it's their hitting. If it's not their hitting, it's their defense. Every detail of the game for Post 22 is so hard to go against.
Yes.
That it gives them an opportunity. And again, if their pitchers aren't on, their offense can pick them up. Their offense isn't going, their pitchers can go to a pitching duel. But that one will bounce in.
Hey, nice job, Kobe.
And just, and especially, talking about teams wanting to win the state championship. But the first game, every team feels very winnable. First, especially that first game out, because you feel like you can throw your best against their best and get a win, as it counts now at 2-2. We saw Brandon Valley play a little bit more of the longer game after Taylor Melby didn't have his stuff. The pitching staff just really didn't have their stuff, but they're all, while they're not all available tomorrow, as there's a ground ball to the shortstop, underhand flip from Wall to Jansen, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the fourth. No runs, no hits in air, and one man left on base. We head to the fifth. It's a 5-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. It is the top of the fifth in a 5-0 lead for Rapid City Post 320 over Yankton. It is going to be the top of the order. Noah Wald, Aiden Bird, and Tegan Sales. Tegan Sales make that Noah Wald 2 for 2. 2 singles, led off the ball game with a base hit. Led off the third with a base hit. Now he's leading off again here in the fifth. 3 runs in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth for Post 320. And it counts now 1-1. Burke Eschmeyer's thrown 53 pitches through 4 innings for Post 320. And the Stars are in good shape with Eschmeyer on the mound through those first 4, halfway through the ball game, as it counts 2-1. 12-7 record in the regular season. Yankton went 15-6 in South Dakota play, 23-11 overall. There's a line shot. That will be down for a base hit, and Wald is now 3 for 3 in the game. He's been on base and scored the other 2 times. He's got a base hit. And so now it brings up Aiden Bird, who is 1 for 1. He singled in the first and walked in the third. It's a real difficult top of the lineup to get out. First pitch is outside for ball 1. We'll see Post 22 and Watertown be here soon. That one's upstairs, and the count's 2-0. They are scheduled to start at 7 o'clock, so we still got another 2 hours until game time right now. The 2-0 pitch. That one will catch the outside part of the zone for a strike, and the game plan against Bird in this at-bat is throwing everything on the outside. The 2-1 from Frick. This will come inside and be popped out into center. Tate Bestie shading the sun to his left. He'll make the catch to his right. And one down. And it brings up Tegan Sales, who is 0 for 2. Flew out to center and had a fielder's choice.
Third baseman number 3, Tegan Sales.
First pitch will miss, load away for ball 1. Two-0 count here to Sales. He was part of that odd play, the diving stop by Reichen. It looked like a catch at first and ended up being a fielder's choice, where Sales also was called out and then ended up being called safe. This will be popped up. Will it be room over here on the first base side? Nope, it will land foul. And the count's now 1-2. That one skipped off the first base dugout. There is a fan standing down there that almost ended up getting hit by the baseball because it skipped away from him. 2-1. Pickoff attempt and back in safely over at first. That'll hit him. And it's now first and second. And it brings up now Max Speed to the plate. Well, the runners at first and second and one away, and another dangerous threat with Speed. We had an RBI sac fly back in the third.
First baseman number 22.
He flew out to right. He's 0 for 1. And a threat for a big inning again for Post 320 here in the top of the 5th. He'll foul that one away.
Hey, let it travel, Max. You got it. You're good. Max
Speed, part of St. Thomas More's state championship run football. I believe they're in the state tournament in basketball. They were in the state tournament in basketball. Part of that. And this pitch is in the dirt. The throw will go to third and sliding in safely. Good read there from Noah Wald. And he'll take third on the pitch low. And it's now first and third. Tegan Sales did not take off with Wald. So as he stands at third, the count's 1-1. And it is Speed with another RBI opportunity just 90 feet away. Something in the outfield gets another RBI in. There's a swing and a miss. And the count's 1-2. Big spot here for Post 320. The 1-2, time is called by Speed. I know everybody says it, I've said it on all the broadcasts with Pierre, one of the best names in all of the state, that'd be fouled away. To have a name Max Speed,
It's pretty good.
I was just saying, just there is no better name for an athlete. And when you're as good as what Max Speed has been, the name fits you too. You're not getting just that name because, well, I obviously got it at birth, but you've earned every bit of that name too, as that one's fouled away. Count remains at 1-2 here to Max Speed. A 1-2 pitch. He'll reach for it and foul it away, and he'll keep battling the count 1-2. Obviously, I call all the post-8 baseball games for Pierre, and we came out to Rapid City and watched him go 4 for 4 in the doubleheader with another 4 walks. He had 2 home runs and 2 doubles, never had a single. He just tore the cover off the baseball as the count is now at 2-2. And the 2 home runs didn't barely get out. They were 2 bat flip home runs because he knew he got it.
He's got a lot of power.
Yeah.
And for a kid that just graduated, too, that's something special.
The 2-2. That one is fouled away again. He got intentionally walked twice. Now we got time called. And a mound visit here for Yankton. They're actually going to go to Tate Bestie, and this is specifically to a pitch count type of a reason why they're going to do this, because Boston Frick has thrown 30 pitches after that foul ball, so he is eligible to come back tomorrow, but they will take him out with a 2-2 count. So we will step aside for a moment and tell you the changes when we come back here on Hardhats TV. So Tate Bestie is on the mound. Boston Frick will move out to center. And so Bestie with a 2-2 count to max speed will come to the mound. And again, 30 pitches for Boston Frick. That was a lateral move pitch count wise to keep Frick available tomorrow, whether he's your starter for tomorrow or just available to throw again for you.
Hey, win this battle, Max.
And the pitch will come in and hit him. So the first pitch from Bestie did not do what he wanted it to do. And the bases are now loaded. It's technically back-to-back hit by pitches. And with the bases loaded here and nobody out, we'll make that 1 out. Colton Melhoff, who had the 2 RBI triple back in the first, has a big opportunity to extend this lead here for post 320.
Left fielder number 2, Colton Melhoff.
Here we go, Colton. Stay on, kid.
I think, too, the other thing for why you take out Boston Frick and even go back to the Brandon Valley game is that will come in and hit Colton Melhoff, and he is hit by the pitch to now make this a 6-0 game. And Coach Lawrence is trying to say that maybe he leaned into it. And now they're going to talk before we put that run in. Chris Jackson, the base umpire that's out there at second right now, he's got a good look at it. And again, didn't see it on YouTube or didn't grab the replay of it. I'm watching from the first base side, same for Wyatt too, that we're watching from the first base side of things. So it's hard to tell if he leaned into it or not. We'll go back and go look on watch the phone here real quick, as they're still talking about it right now. We'll see if he didn't do much to get out of the way, and they will bring him back to the plates.
Did look like a little bit of a stick out, but
And Coach Jansen is asking the explanation to it, and he was going to go talk to Chris Jackson, but then he'll talk to the home plate umpire and Don Johnson. And so it's just a first pitch ball. We've had a lot of talking happening between coaches and umpires. We've had the double play that was called back, which Coach Lawrence didn't like, and then now here Coach Lawrence asked to talk about if he got out of the way of it or not, and he gets that call in his favor. And boy, now you're really hoping if you're Yankton, this can work out in your benefit. And if you're post 320, you're also going, how about a double or something to score 2 runs in this at-bat instead, as the count's 2-0. If you get a ground ball to get out of this inning and keep this a 5-0 game, how big of a question that was from Coach Lawrence. 2-0 pitch. Over for a strike. The count's now 2-1. Going back to the pitch count, is that Brandon Valley kind of did the same thing too. You're not taking Boston Frick out thinking that you've lost this game. Same for Brandon Valley. You didn't take guys out because he lost. Here's a ground ball over to the third baseman. Goki will throw home, and that will be in time to get the second out. And so there's now 2 down. A fielder's choice instead of a hit by pitch that scored a run. 5-2 on the fielder's choice. And it brings up Ben Hassett, who doubled off the base. But it is a one where you're saying, we got to have pitchers available for tomorrow, whether we come back and win or not. We got to have pitchers available, and now you're kind of playing the bullpen type of game instead of playing the long game of like Brookings, where you have Nolan Krogman throw a complete game shutouts, as the first pitch is inside for ball 1, and then Sioux Falls West got Caden Voss out before he threw 80 pitches. So if they come all the way to the state championship day, he'd be available to throw for Sioux Falls West again. This is fouled out of play, and the count's now 1-1. Ben Hassett 1 for 2, singled or makes that flew out to right in the first, then singled to lead off the fourth. No runs have scored yet in this inning, 2 away. That one will drop in for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is high and outside. The 2-2 count now here to Hassett. The 2-2. Just getting a piece of it on the last moment was Hassett. He'll stay alive at 2-2. This will be pitch number 10 for Tate Bestie. 2-2 is going to be flown out towards shallow right, long run. Everybody is going to drop in for a base hit. 2 runs are going to come in to score on a bloop single. And Ben Hassett has driven in 2 now, and a 7-0 lead for post 320. Didn't have to hit it hard, just had to get it into the outfield. And Anders Lockhart still with runners at the corners. Chance to extend the 7-0 lead for post 320. There's a line shot towards right field, but that is right to Feeser, and he'll make the catch and get out of the inning. 2 runs will score, though, on 2 hits in the inning. There are no errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 7-0 lead for post 320 over Yankton. Here in the game 3 of day 1 of the state tournament here at the Fitz on Hardhats TV. It is the bottom of the fifth and a 7-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. Liam Villanueva, Tate Bestie, and Boston Frick 6, 7, and 8 for Yankton Post 12. Boston Frick officially won in the third innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Tate Bestie has thrown 12 pitches. Villanueva, first pitch to him, will miss outside for ball 1. 53 pitches so far, then now 54 pitches for Burke Eschmeyer, who's working on a 1-hitter right now. That one will be over for a strike. One. That one will miss, and the count's now 2-1. Post 22 in Watertown, 7 o'clock starts. Have it here on Hardhats TV and finish out day 1. We've got all 14 to 15 games for you throughout this state tournament. That one is over for a strike, and the count's 2-2. Two. Taken for strike 3. And that is the 5th strikeout for Burke Eschmeyer. And now Tate Bestie, who's 0 for 1, the fly out to left. Again, after this game is done, we'll have our first matchup set for tomorrow. Sioux Falls West and Brookings are into Wednesday's winter bracket games. Harrisburg and Brandon Valley will have to fight for their season tomorrow. Right now, if things hold, Yankton will take on Harrisburg in the 10 o'clock game tomorrow morning. That'll be upstairs, and the count's now 1-1. Brookings waiting on the winner of Post 22 and Watertown. This is flown out to left. Backing up is the left fielder, Melhoff, to make the catch for the second out. And there's 2 down to now bring up Boston Frick, who is 0 for 1 with a ground. Actually, Boston Frick is getting his first at-bat. Brennan Gilmore went 0 for 1 with a ground out back to the pitcher. We're actually going to have a pinch hitter instead. It'll be Carter Boomsma. So Boomsma is going to hit. Frick does not get a base at-bat. And the first pitch is off, and then it will go foul. And Coach Lawrence not happy that it went foul, but I think when it went off the glove of the third baseman in Sales, it had already bounced foul. Here's the 0-1. Here's a line shot. That'll be a base hit for Boomsma. Second hit. He rounds first hard. He's on his way to second, and he has himself a 2-out double. And after what could have been a 2-out base runner, I think Coach Lawrence will definitely take that for a double. And it will be Jackson Cooter out of the plates. Cooter struck out looking in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. That pitch is over for strike 1. Oh, it missed. Excuse me. Looked good from over here. It looked good, but it missed according to the home plate umpire. 1-0. That will catch the bottom of the zone. The count's now 1-1. One pitch. There's a fly ball towards the gap out in right center. Backing up, though, is Bird. He'll get underneath it to make the catch and take care of the 5th. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We've played 5 in a 7-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton here at Dave Blue Field at the Fitz and Game 3 of Day 1 of the state tournament here on Hardhats TV. It is the top of the 6th inning, and it is now going to be for Rapid City Post 320, Colby Witz, Adam Jansen, and Noah Wald. As Witz is 0 for 1 with an RBI, sac fly. Seven nothing lead, 7 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. That one is outside for ball 1. I believe that it is Boomsma out in center as it counts 2-0. Yeah, Boomsma is out in center now in place of where Frick was at. 2-0 count. Fouled away by Colby Witt for strike 1. Got the towel hanging out in the back pocket as the catcher and have a chance to keep his hands dry with all the sweat, how hot it is here at Post 22's field. Here's a pop-up on the right side. Moving over is Kampshoff, the second baseman, to make the catch for the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. And it will bring up the number 9 man in Adam Jansen.
Second baseman, number 14.
Jansen is 0 for 2, ground out and a pop out, actually a line out to the first baseman. First pitch swinging, that's going to be fouled out of play on the right side for strike 1. With this 7-0 lead here for Post 320, you're not in cruise control by any means. But you're in a spot where you're feeling good about how this game is going right now, with an opportunity to close out and get to that second round game against Sioux Falls West tomorrow. Have some more activity out in the left field bullpen as Caden Hunoff is running out there to get loose. This will be flown out to center field. Coming in is going to be Boomsma as he'll make the catch in center for the second out. And it's back to the top of the order for Noah Wald, who is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Bessie has thrown now 19 pitches, so there's probably another spot where Coach Lawrence is saying we're going to keep him available for tomorrow. And you can, if you throw 30 pitches or less, you can come back again tomorrow. But if you pitch in those 2 days, you're not available then on Thursday. You can't pitch 3 consecutive days, but if you keep yourself at 1 day rest, then you can come back and pitch on Friday. It's not going to just be you can only pitch twice in the state tournament. Right. You can find a way to pitch multiple times, but you just can't pitch every single game of the state tournament. But Coach Lawrence has got to turn this into a bullpen game. Right now, Sam Goki is eligible to return on Thursday. They got Boston Frick out at 30 pitches. They took him out with a count against Max Speed to bring in Tate Bestie. 1-2 is outside. The count's now 2-2. And really, Brandon Valley and Yankton will be in a similar spot pitching-wise going into tomorrow, with a lot of guys being used, but a lot of guys still available.
Right.
That one will just miss outside, and the count's now 3-2. Tate Bessie thought that was strike three. He was starting to make his way back to the dugout. 3-2. That one is floating out to right. That will drop on the line for a base hit. Rounding first on his way to second is Wall. The throw in might have been in time, but it was off the glove of Riken. Nearly got walled out, but he's got a double. He's 4 for 4.
Wow.
Three
Hot bat.
singles. Yeah, that's the definition of a hot bat to open up a state tournament. Aiden Bird now to the plate. He's scored twice so far. And another time being called. And Coach Lawrence will have a conversation because, again, this is dangerous spot in the order. Well, 1 through 9 is dangerous, but 2, 3, and 4 are very dangerous. And when you had the first two guys out, nearly got walled out at second. No matter how many outs there are, this can turn into a big inning for post 320 with who they have on the mound, or actually on the plate. Aiden Bird is 1 for 2 so far. And you have Max make that Tegan Sales, then Max Speed. And while the Sales and Speed have gone a combined 0 for 3 with a sac fly RBI, can't expect them to go 0 for the entire game without pitching them carefully. A miss low for ball 1.
Hey, get up, boys.
That was pitch number 26 here for Bestie. That's at the bottom of the zone for a strike, and the count's 1-1. We have 3 pitches remaining if you're going to get him out at 30 pitches. That one will miss high and outside, and the count's now 2-1. This will be pitch number 29 here for Bestie. That's right there, and the count's now 2-2. And pitch number 30 upcoming here for Bestie. Will this be the last pitch that he has at the ball game? Could be the last pitch of the inning on top of it. The 2-2. That'll miss for ball 3, and this will be the end of the line for Tate Bestie. And so they will go to the bullpen again. Bestie has thrown 30 pitches, and he will still be available tomorrow. We'll tell you the change coming up after this here on Hardhats TV. So as it is going to be Caden Hunoff to pitch. It kind of turns into an old school double switch because he took Kudera out of the ball game, his spot is due up last, and put Hunoff in that spot. And because Hunoff has only had 30 plate appearances all season. First pitch, a line shot that is in the base hit into center for a base hit. Bessie will come up firing. The throw is up the line and an 8-0 lead. An RBI single for Aiden Bird on the first pitch he sees. And the lead is now at 8.
Gotta be careful where you place the pitches, especially to these batters like Bird, Sales, and Speed. If you put anything in down the middle, that thing is going deep out into center field and possibly out of here. But if you put anything outside, you could chance for a walk.
And it wasn't the easiest spot to come into because it was a 3-2 count for Hunoff. So that first pitch was going to be some kind of an action pitch. As the count's 1-0 now here to Tegan Sales, who was hit by a pitch last time he came to the plate. That'll miss low. The count's 2-0. 8-0 lead here for post 320. They would have an opportunity if they could score 2 more runs here to try and hold Yankton down in that 6 and pick up a 10-run rule victory. We've been close in the first game. Sioux Falls West won 8-0. They had an opportunity to get up to a 10-0 game. Brookings won 3-0. That had 0 chance of getting that way. Here's a sliding play by the second baseman and Kamshoff, who will go the easy flip to short at second to get out of the inning. But a run does score on 2 hits in the inning. No errors and a man left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 8-0 for Rapid City Post 320 over Yankton here at the state tournament on Hardhats TV. As we get to the bottom of the 6th, it is the top of the order for Yankton, as it'll be Beck Reinken, Sam Goki, and Easton Fieser. Anybody reach base, it'll go to Simon Kamshoff. Post 320, 6 outs away from winning that first round game and getting to winners bracket semifinals tomorrow evening. They will take on Sioux Falls West tomorrow at 4 o'clock if they're able to hold on. First pitch is taken for strike 1. Beck Reichen was trying to get out of the way of it, but called a strike. An 0-1 count. That one's fouled back. And quickly 0-2. Eschmeyer is throwing 68 pitches now. So he still has another 37 left to go, trying to get 6 more outs. Or if you're post 320, do you go to the bullpen before he gets to 80 pitches? And that one is taken for strike 3 at the knees, and Reichen did not like that one either. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it brings up Sam Goki.
Third baseman number 11, Samuel Goki.
Goki is 0 for 2. He struck out in the first and ground out in the 4th. Only 3 base runners right now from Burke Eschmeyer has been allowed to Yankton. This one to be popped up. Second baseman Jansen backing up, still backing up, and it will be caught by Jansen, the second baseman. Bird, I think, was trying to call him off at the last moment.
Yeah, close to a collision there.
And that's every coach takes a deep breath, and when the out's made, able to exhale a little bit. That one, there's no injury, but also that the catch was made. And I think both of them will probably end up being talked to in the dugout after the inning is over and saying, hey, we gotta be louder if we're gonna be trying to call everybody off. Easton Fieser, that first pitch is over for strike one. You like to have the right fielder or the outfielder take those plays, but Jansen had got underneath it enough to still make the catch. As it counts 1-1 as that pitch is outside for ball one. Fieser is 0 for 2. Flew out to right, struck out looking. He will check his swing. They will appeal over to third, and he did not go. And the count's 2-1. Once you get into tomorrow, then the pitching strategy changes a little bit, because then you have to stay with under like 65 pitches to be able to come back again. And those starting pitchers end up being used deeper into those games. The count's 3-1. Once you throw your 61st pitch, you are unable to come back in 2 days rest. The 3-1. That's going to be a walk. And the first walk issued by Burke Eschmeyer. And now we have time called. There won't be a pitching change yet, but with 75 pitches thrown, and you have the thought, do you go and, 320's got the depth, and we're going to see that in the next game too, I think, with post 22, that if you get to this point in the game and the score is what it is, post 22 is probably not going to be hesitant to maybe go. I mean, maybe they're going to think about what they want to do, but
right.
You have the opportunity to do that because you have enough pitching depth that you can go to your bullpen, even if a guy's only given up 2 hits so far, to still try and get a win.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. I think a lot of coaches are trying to figure out, who's going to go in the next game when you're still trying to figure out who's going to go in the game right now and how that's going to end up. So I think it's just kind of a lot of, you just got to see what happens, and you just got to make your decision later. And it might hurt, but it may not.
Right, and Sioux Falls West with Caden Voss, they did that. They may not get to Saturday, but it didn't hurt them to get him out of the game. Were they thinking about Saturday? Probably when they did that. Were they thinking they're for sure going to get there? No, but they said, you know what? If the way this game has gone and our pitching staff, we should be able to allow to get the last couple outs and be able to keep him for Saturday if we get there. And that's kind of how, and maybe we'll see how Post 320 thinks about wanting to do that. This will be popped up. Is there going to be room? First base side.
Made it.
The catch is made, but it didn't go. It went off the netting, so it will not count. Max Speed made the catch, but it hit the netting, so there is just a foul ball. That's a heck of a play. You couldn't see it on Hardhats TV, but that's a heck of a play by Speed to catch it off the netting. But since it touched that first, it cannot be ruled a catch. Now, if there was no netting there, he would have had a chance to go rob that.
And he was leaning in that netting too, pretty good.
Trying to push it away so he can make the catch. This is popped up again. They're going to run out of room another time. And the count remains at 0-2. This will be pitch number, is this going to be pitch number 79?
Well, it looks like this might be.
No, that was pitch number 79, so they are going to go get Eschmeyer, and keep him available for Saturday as he threw 79 pitches. So we've seen both these coaches using the strategy of the days of rest. And Burke Eschmeyer will come out of the ball game with 2 outs and an 0-2 count in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll step aside and tell you the change coming up after this. So it will be Beck Leidy on the mound here with 2 outs and an 0-2 count. And it is going to be Leidy to try to get the final 4 outs of this game. And for Leidy's stats, this will be his 9th relief appearance, 13th appearance overall, 28 innings, 3 wins, a 3-0 record, 30 hits, 21 runs, 18 of them earned, 24 walks, 29 strikeouts, an ERA at 4.5, a whip at 1.93, a batting average against at 260 for Leidy. And again, 79 pitches thrown for Burke Eschmeyer, which gives him an opportunity to come back on Saturday. And as we just mentioned, does Post 23 feel like without a doubt they're going to get to Saturday? No, they don't have without a doubt. Do they feel like they can, as the first pitch is swung on and missed, and that is strike 3, and that will end the inning. No runs, a walk, so no hits, no errors, and a man left on base. Led to the top of the 7th. We'll continue that conversation here in just a moment. It is an 8-0 lead for Rapid City Post 320 over Yankton here on Hardhats TV. As we welcome you back, it is the top of the 7th inning, an 8-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. And Max Speed back to the plate. Caden Hunoff. As the first pitch is flown out to left field, backing up, it's going to bounce off the top of the wall. Grounding first to second goes Speed. Actually, yeah, it was a ground rule double. It ended up hitting the sign out there on top of, above the yellow line. So a ground rule double for Speed. And a runner on at second, and the first pitch here in the top of the 7th inning. That time it did not affect our camera out there. It was far enough away to the left side. That time it didn't affect it. Colton Melhoff, he is 1 for 3, hit a 2 RBI triple back in the first inning. They got Post 320 the 3-0 lead. They've not looked back since then. First pitch is over for strike 1. Post 22 in Watertown. They're about an hour and 15 minutes away from that game. Our final game tonight. That'll miss low. The count's 1-1. We'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the bottom of the 7th for Yankton. 11th hit of the ball game for Post 320. That one will miss low, maybe a little bit outside. The count's 2-1. It was only the 8th pitch of the at-bats, or 8th pitch series of Hunoff's day. But he also might be on that 30 pitch count mark. As this is skied out to center field. Bestie will back up. He'll get behind it. The catch will be made, and Speed will bluff the tag from second to third. Thought maybe Speed would show off his speed, but he stays at second. Probably the smart, wise decision. And so there is 1 on and 1 out. And now Ben Hassett to the plate. Hassett is 2 for 3, had a 2 RBI single back at the top of the 5th inning. Scored 3 runs in the first, 1 in the third, another in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth to lead 8-0 right now. The 0-1 is on the knees on the corner, and it's now 0-2. Looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game is Ben Hassett.
Let's go, Ben.
The 0-2. Upstairs, maybe a little bit inside as well. And a 1-2 count. That one is flown out towards right center field. Long run that will drop in for a base hit. Bestie comes away with it. Speed around him third. The throw to the plate. He is tagged out at the plate. What a throw from the second baseman, Kamshoff, to get him out of the plate. As we watch on the replay, the throw from, make that the first baseman, Villanueva, that was very close.
Yeah.
But a strong throw from Villanueva to get speed out at home. And now there's 2 away as the first pitch is over for strike 1. Yes, 3rd hit of the day for Ben Hassett. It's 9-3-2. Speed thrown out at home. 0-1 pitch is outside, and the count's now 1-1. This will be lined out towards right center field. That will be in the gap and down for extra bases. And this should make it a 9-0 ball game. On his way to third, the throw coming in. It is going to be a stand-up triple for Anders Lockhart to make it a 9-0 lead.
Oh man, he put that right in the gap, right in between center and right, and that one was rolling all the way back towards the fence. That was going to take a while to even get the throw on in, and Lockhart stretches it out there for the triple.
So now 9-0. And it brings up Colby Witz. He is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. It's over for strike 1. Keep an eye on the radar right now. There is a rain to our west, but hopefully the track of it will stay away from the fence. Here's a ground ball, sliding stop from his knees. The throw is in time. Heck of a play from the shortstop, Beck Reichen, to get out of the inning. 1 run will score on 3 hits in the inning, no errors and a man left on base. And another highlight reel play as you see the slide up the middle from Reichen, and from his knees was able to make a 1-hopper over to first, and it takes care of the top of the 7th inning. We head to the bottom. It is a 9-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. 3 outs away from a first game win for the Stars here on Hardhats TV. It is the bottom of the 7th, and a 9-0 lead for Post 320 over Yankton. Burke Eschmeyer, by the way, 5 2/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts, 79 pitches for Eschmeyer. He is available to come back on Saturday if Post 320 is playing on Championship Saturday. McLeody threw just 1 pitch to get out of that inning in the bottom of the 6th inning, and now it's going to be Gavin Johnson, Liam Villanueva, and Tate Bestie to get us started here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Three outs away here for this Stars team. That one will just miss, and the count's 2-0. In Watertown in Post 22, they will be playing their final game tonight. Wrap up day 1 of the 2026 state tournament. That'll be inside, and the count's 3-0. Winner of this state tournament, they will go to Mandan, North Dakota, and play in the Central Plains Regional. Here's the 3-0. That is fouled out of play, and the count's 3-1. 3-0 swing there from Gavin Johnson.
All foul balls throughout the tournament will be rewarded with $1 when you return to the ticket booth thanks to Veterans Club.
At Mandan Field, that's one of my favorite fields to go and watch the baseball at. Their press box, everything about it is very nice. This one is flown out to left field. It is going to be Melhoff over to make the catch for the first out. One down here in the bottom of the 7th. And it'll bring up Liam Villanueva.
Go ahead, close it out.
They got an all-turf field as well out at Mandan.
First baseman number 12, Liam Villanueva.
They got a chain link monster out in left field. Not an actual green monster, but a monster wall out there.
No one can beat the Fenway Park Green Monster.
Some will have duplicated or try to duplicate it, but
They just don't look as great.
yeah, there's only one Fenway Green Monster. 1-0 pitch is upstairs, and the count's 2-0. We had a Little League park back home where center field was connected to the main ballpark where college played baseball, and we were 8 years old, so it was like a green monster to us because it was no one was ever going to get all the way up to the top of it when you're 7 and 8 years old. The count's now 2-1, but again, it still doesn't actually replicate the green monster. 2-1. That one's fouled out of play. The count's now 2-2. Villanueva's 0 for 2, flew out to right, and he struck out looking. McLeody looking for a second strikeout now. Here's the 0-1-2. Check swing and a foul by Villanueva. 6 strikeouts for Burke Eschmeyer. There's 7 strikeouts in total. Whitey got the strikeout even though he threw just 1 pitch. You can say that Eschmeyer did all the work, but Whitey's the one that gets credit for it. That'll be upstairs. The count's 3-2 now. The 3-2 pitch coming here from Eschmeyer to Liam Villanueva. Line shot back up the middle, right where it came from, and a base hits for Villanueva. And it's now a runner on at first with 1 away. I think so far, weather-wise, everything seems to be okay, although we've seen some more clouds kind of build up and hold the sun back, and we've seen a little bit more of a cloudy skies now, but I think that rain's still far enough away and moving away, not towards us, but to our south. Just don't want to get close enough to force any kind of delay that way. That pitch will come inside because, of course, playing on turf, you can
Right.
play through a lot of rain. Maybe not a downpour because it's going to be hard to see, but you can play through the rain.
Yep.
That lightning, though, you don't want to play through that at all. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Tate Bestie. That one's over for a strike, and it's now a 1-1 count. 4 pitchers have been used for Yankton, but right now 3 of those 4 are available tomorrow. Goki would be available again on Thursday. 1-1 is upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. You really think for post 320 they would like for Leidy to be able to get through under 30 pitches to allow him to be available, and then you only have Eschmeyer that's unavailable. That one will miss, and the count is now 3-1. And that's where the first game, when you have multiple games in a doubleheader, I talked about it a lot during the post-8 season. If your starter can give you a good depth run, as that'll be a walk now to Bestie in his first and second with 1 out. If he can give you a depth run in that first game, it really eases the coaching decisions and the rest of the bullpen to not be taxed. So like if Leidy is available tomorrow, well, doesn't necessarily mean that he's used tomorrow, but it gives the option for the Stars to potentially bring him back in to try and close out a game.
Yep.
And then just having every option except for Eschmeyer, when you can have multiple options open instead of having to say, well, we can't go to this guy or that guy or our third guy. Here's a line shot. That'll be a diving catch and a double play that will end the ball game.
Wow.
A diving catch by the shortstop and Noah Wald. You might be able to see it on this first replay here on the back up the middle. Yeah, you can see that diving catch.
Wow.
And then a backhand flip, and then we'll watch it the next way through. And a exclamation mark on the win for the Stars to advance to tomorrow evening's game against Sioux Falls West. A 9-0 win for Rapid City Post 320 over Yankton. We'll step aside and come back with our totals after this here on Hardhats TV. So there is your look at your box score, as it was a 2-hour and 1-minute game to get a 9-0 win for Rapid City Post 320, as they do so with 13 hits and 1 error. They left 4 men on, they left 5 men on base. Yankton in that 7th inning, by the way, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on base. And it was a double play to finish out the game as they go with no runs on 3 hits. They had an error, and they left a total of 5 men on base as well. Burke Eschmeyer will get the win on the mound as he throws 5 2/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Beck Leidy throws 19 pitches as he finishes at an inning and a third with only 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout overall. Sam Goki will take the loss as he goes 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 1 walk on 45 pitches. And then Kate Hunoff through just 18 pitches. So Boston Frick, Tate Bestie, and Kate Hunoff all can come back and pitch again tomorrow, where Yankton will be taking on Harrisburg in the first elimination game of the state tournament, as they will play them at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Our first games are set, the 10 a.m. elimination game, and then we'll end up having the 4 o'clock game now set, where Sioux Falls West and Rapid City Post 320 to play in that third game of the day, and those teams both being at 1-0. We will come back now here in 50 minutes for our final game, which will be Rapid City Post 22 and Watertown. By the way, I mentioned it. 2 hours and 1 minute for game time. But we'll come back in 50 minutes for our final game, Rapid City Post 22 in Watertown. 6:50 for a 7 o'clock first pitch between 22 and Post 17 of Watertown. 9-0 win for Rapid City Post 320 as they advance to tomorrow to take on Sioux Falls West. We'll see you in 50 minutes.